Hi everyone, it's Onita here. How are you all going? And August is upon us, and with that is the August TBR. So I've made some changes to them. I don't have a colors on the covers category. I have since put that into just the normal TBR category, like TBR prompt, and I have made these pieces a whole lot bigger, and I have written on them as well just so I can read them and see them, you know what I mean? Before we get into the first prompt, I would also like to say that I will be reading The Tower of the Fields by Andrzej Sapkowski. I didn't get to it in July, but I really do want to get to it in August. I do want to start it because the third and final book comes out in October, if memory serves me correctly, and I really do want to read it. I say it's like a religious historical fiction fantasy with like religion tied into it, and I just happen to really love religion when it comes in like a fictional format. There's something about this fella called Rainovan. He's a doctor, magician, and according to some a charlatan. He is discovered in bed with the wife of a high-born knight and must flee his normal life. His journey takes him into parts of Europe where there are these religious tensions between the Hussite and Catholic countries, and with that, like there's like war threatening. Both countries are threatening to turn into war, and something to do with these two Sturza brothers. It is Polish fantasy as well, so I'm gonna get these names incorrect. But there are these two brothers that are bent on vengeance, and also by the Holy Inquisition. There's like strange mystical forces gathering in the shadows, and they find each other in this place called the Narenturm, which is the Tower of the Fools. It is said to be an asylum for the mad or for those who dare to think differently and challenge the prevailing order. You know, when I read that out loud in July, I was just thinking, oh yeah, okay, but actually now reading that in August for my TBR, so reading that right now is actually pretty interesting. So very intrigued to read it. It is like around 500 pages, so don't let the size of it confuse you or scare you off because it is like 500 pages. I do prefer these big ones better than like the other little ones that they have. That are like about this size, so I do prefer the bigger ones. So I will be doing 4 prompts out of here, so let's just get on with it. Oh god, am I even gonna... That is one, yes. Yeah, that's one. Another recent purchase. Are you kidding me? A recent purchase. For recent purchase, we have Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. I believe it is like a horror or something like that about this woman named Mallory. She has a new job. She's like a nanny or a babysitter for this 5-year-old boy named Teddy. She's been sober. What's a sober? I have no idea. But she has been sober for a year and a half. Like, I do remember just reading a little bit of this book that she does have addiction problems, like problems with addiction. And like I said, she is this nanny in her new job. She's a nanny for this little 5-year-old boy named Teddy. And Teddy starts to draw these really weird, disturbing pictures of his imaginary friend, Anya. First off, they start to get really childlike, and then when he stops, they tell him to stop. They, as in the nanny and the parents, they tell him to stop, and he does. But then these pictures keep resurfacing again, and they keep getting more and more intricate. And it's about who is this person doing. You see by the intricateness? And it does have like a multimedia format with it. I'm hoping it's going to be dark and disturbing and creepy. I'm really looking forward to it. Because see, that's the kids drawing and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be a quick pace and everything like that. I've heard good things about this book so far, and I'm hoping to enjoy it myself. Prompt number 2. Let me just give it like a good shake, eh? I think that's one there. Read a recent release. For recent purchase, we have The War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It is the 4th book in the From Blood and Ash series. I had started reading this book. It follows Poppy. She lives a life in solitude. She can't talk to anyone. She can't look at anyone, experience pleasure, anything like that, and people can't do the same to her until she gets a new guard by the name of Hawk, and a little bit of a romance happens, but it's so much more than that. I had started reading this book like when it came out, I just was not in the right headspace for it at all. This year has been a roller coaster ride and I just could not concentrate properly on this book. I do want to finish it because I left it at around the 100-page mark and it was getting good. It was getting interesting. There was some like, excuse me, what just happened and how was this going to help or anything like that. So it does have some intriguing moments in it and intriguing scenes that I just kind of left stranded a little bit and I need to read it. It has been playing up on my mind a little bit and I do love this series. It's really gotten me into reading fantasy romance and wanting to explore more with fantasy romance. So I'm very, very excited to actually properly be finishing this book. Prompt number 3? No. Yes, prompt number 3. I'm getting confused here. Ooh, I am going to pick a genre from the category of the genre envelope right here. Better pick a good one. No, that is not one. Is that one? Does that feel like one? Oh, that is one. Okay. Oh, we got a thriller. Yep, interesting. For the genre category, I have picked out a thriller, and for thriller, I have Confessions on the 745 by Lisa Unger. And it follows a woman named Selena. She is commuting home from her job in the city when the train stalls out on the tracks. She strikes up a conversation with a beautiful stranger in the next seat and their connection is fast and easy. The woman introduces herself as Martha and confesses that she's been stuck in an affair with her boss. Selena in turn confesses that she suspects her boss is sleeping with the nanny. When the train arrives at Selena's station, the two women part ways, presumably never to meet again. But days later, Selena's nanny disappears. Soon Selena finds her once perfect life upended as she is pulled into the mystery of the missing nanny, and as the fractures in her marriage grow deeper, Selena begins to wonder who was Martha really, and she is hardly prepared for what she'll discover. I used to read like a lot of thrillers before. I started getting like heavily into more of the fantasy books. I had seen that book around and it does intrigue me a lot. I just saw something weird in the corner. I was like, what? But yes, it does intrigue me a lot and I'm hoping it'll be a fast read, hoping I will get through it quickly. And I am just really, really excited to be reading it. And the last prompt, ooh, we have black on the cover, which is part of the colors on the covers category that I have since transferred into just the regular old TBR category. And we have black on the cover. For the last prompt, we have black on the cover, and I have chosen The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. A lot of us know what it is, so I'll just quickly breeze through what the plot of it is. It follows, I think her name is Atlas, and there's this kind of secret society, right, that employs these people. They are invited to compete for an incredible prize, a place within the secret Alexandrian society, and these people have these magic abilities and stuff like that. They have to prove their worth to this person named Atlas, I believe her name is. And it's like this competition about who is going to enter into this secret society. And one thing I am realizing about myself and my reading taste is that I really love books that have secret societies in it. Like the secret societies planted in our world to keep an eye on how the world is going, kind of thing, to keep balance in the world, which is what I'm assuming this is about. I'm not entirely sure, but this book was originally self-published and it got picked up by Tall Books or Tall Publishing, and it's a very, very hyped up book. It's a very popular. I'm hoping I don't fall into the trap of it being overhyped for me. I don't think I will, but I'm still a little nervous to read it. Just this gold foiling is just stunning. And also the second book comes out in September, so I really do want to read it. Look, I think I will because of what I'm discovering about my reading taste, but it is so very, very hyped up. A lot of people love this book, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. And before I run away, I wasn't going to pick this book up physically, but after seeing these illustrations, I'm assuming we've got different ones for different characters, and I just bypassed one. I'm assuming these are the different characters in the book, and that's just what made me pick it up physically. Otherwise, I just would have gotten an ebook from it. Here we have my little stack. We also have The War of Two Queens and Confessions on the 745, which are, well, I know the books in the From Blood and Ash series are fast paced for me, so I'm hoping I'll get through that pretty quickly. But we have like a nice little stack, and is that upside down? Yes. We've got like a nice stack, a nice little selection of, that is still upside down, oh my gosh. We've got like a nice little stack, a nice little selection of books with physical and ebooks, so I'm hoping this month will be really good for me. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, what books are you planning on reading in the month of August? Have you read any of these books that I have mentioned? If so, what did you think of them? And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!